Hey guys, it's Paradise, and I wanted to show you this amazing new great katana. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at this great katana that has a tempering pattern on its blade, forever stained red with blood. This is Rakshasa's great katana. The unique skill on this is Weed Cutter, which allows you to perform scythe-like horizontal swings with the sword, cutting men down as if they were weeds. Additional inputs allow for the continuation of the attack for as long as you have enough stamina. If you're looking for something similar to Rivers of Blood from the base game, this could be for you as it has bleed buildup on it and the wide repeatable swings proc bleed very quickly. So let's show you how to get this for yourself, as it can be tricky if you don't know the route. You will need to have progressed to the Shadow Keep so that you can access the main gate plaza site of Grace, as we'll be heading to the eastern nameless mausoleum, which is part of the secret section of the Skadu Atlas. If you have the Recluse's River downstream Grace point, you can start from here, as that is the closest point to it. But if you don't, here is the full route from the Shadow Keep. So from this site of Grace, you want to turn left and head through this double doorway with the stairs leading up. There will be a bunch of enemies here and a jump scare to your right with a guy that stomps, so you will need to dodge roll there, but if you keep running, you can get through without actually getting hit and at least avoid most of the enemies. Go through this big room where they're having a feast to this outside section with all of the boats, and watch out for these little guys because they will jump out and attack you. If you keep running straight though, just up here on the left will be a ladder that you can go down, so hop on this ladder when no enemies are hitting you, hold your sort of dash button to slide down the ladder quickly, go under the waterfall where you'll see another ladder. Don't fall and die here though, you need to use the ladder, it's a big drop as you can see. From here, go through this archway, and just through here is a hidden wall that you will need to attack to come through, where this water section is, and a coffin that you need to jump into. This is sort of like a way to access a new area. Once you pass that cutscene, you'll be here in the Skadu Atlas. Hop on your mount and hug the right side and start running down. You can pick up these furnace visages if you want. They're needed for a crafting item, but keep running because you don't want to get attacked by the big fire golem that wakes up. From here where the waterfall is, head over to the left side and run along this cliff. Of course, there's a site of Grace if you haven't been here before, so make sure to get them. They're good checkpoints if you end up falling and dying. Jump over all of the gaps, so basically take your time with this because there is a few gaps that you want to jump over. When you get to this section, go over to the right-hand side, stick on the right and run around. If you keep dashing with your horse, the enemies shouldn't be able to hit you. Now we're getting up to some interesting parts where I actually really dislike doing this, but as you can see, come down this section to the next site of Grace and we're going to have to parkour our way down these sort of tombstones. It's not too hard to do, don't overthink it and you'll be fine, but it is a little scary as you're doing it. You then want to turn around at the waterfall, take a right, follow this route where we're going, and eventually you'll see this sort of eerie stone door with some torches. Down here will be a boss room that we need to get into. Once you arrive at the nameless mausoleum, you need to take down Rakshasa. This isn't too crazy of a fight, but you will want to watch out because if you get hit and proc a bleed, you will take massive damage. But after defeating them, you will not only get their weapon, but also their armor set. The weapon has a requirement of 12 strength and 27 dex, but interestingly, it has E strength scaling and C dex scaling, making this weapon very good for dex builds, and both the armor set and weapon have additional hidden perks on them displayed in their description. The weapons perk says when attacking, the wielder is less likely to get staggered from counterattacks, but also takes increased damage. This means you have a form of hyper armor through a lot of attacks, and you can build up that bleed very quickly as you tank hits, but you also receive more damage. Meanwhile, the armor set not only looks absolutely awesome, but increases the damage you deal to foes, but greatly increases the damage you take. And we've been using this with a ton of success as it cuts through some of the most annoying enemies with complete ease. So if we've helped you out here, drop a like down below and comment to let us know, and we have more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree coming your way very soon.